Arkham Knight is an action-adventure game developed by Rocksteady Studios. It's the third entry in a trilogy of Batman games by Rocksteady that feature a mix of hand-to-hand combat, stealth sections, and puzzles, with boss fights thrown in, for good measure. The story of Arkham Knight is probably the most impressive in the series for a multitude of reasons. Firstly, the opening 10 to 20 minutes of the game are dark, surprising, and above all engaging. Rocksteady really plays around with how the story is told, not only from a narrative perspective, but also with how the gameplay is utilised. First-person sequences and character switches have had their moments throughout the series, but it really feels like Rocksteady are delivering various techniques with an assured confidence, and it's a joy to behold. The game does a great job of establishing Scarecrow as a threat early on, but without spoiling anything, you can rest assured that there's more to it than meets the eye, and the game has plenty of twists and turns to keep things fresh and keep you interested. The voice acting's great, as you would expect from an all-star cast of Batman voice acting regulars. The inclusion of Jonathan Banks hot off the heels of Breaking Bad's certainly a welcome addition, and he does a good job. At first he sounds like he kind of needs a nap, but he's a good casting choice for Commissioner Gordon. The visuals in Arkham Knight are gorgeous, especially reflective surfaces depending on the circumstances, but the most impressive thing is the set design of Gotham. It's painstakingly detailed and one of the many reasons that you can tell Rocksteady really care about the Batman universe. The game opens with some really complex facial animations, much like LA Noire, but unfortunately these are few and far between and don't tend to appear in in-game cutscenes. This is certainly a shame as they stand out, particularly in the game's opening sequence. You'll be treated to the tight, punchy and snappy melee combat that you'd expect now that we're 3 games into this series, and it just never gets boring. The Batmobile finally makes its entrance, and Rocksteady really spared no expense. Not only does it look and handle great, but it's a huge asset and incorporated way more than you'd initially expect. You won't just be using this beast to get from A to B. The only downside is that the physics can occasionally be a little bit janky, but this only affects small aspects of gameplay. There are some infrequent situations where the rhythm of a puzzle can be disrupted because the game can't decide whether to spoon-feed you information or leave you to figure it out. It's not a major issue, but it can certainly affect the pacing. Also, the upgrades feel superfluous a lot of the time. They're not the main draw, and they never have been in any of the Arkham games, but it would be nice if Rocksteady found a way to make them more enticing. Realistically, you can just upgrade the armor and make it through the game with basic combos, and you're not going to be hurting for upgrades. Overall, Arkham Knight is a fantastic ending to a series beloved by many. We're probably never going to get a series of Batman games this good again, and Rocksteady really hit it out of the park with this one. If you like Batman, Robin, or even just punching but not killing people, this is definitely an essential buy.